All right, back to the census. How about we're talking about books? How about I pick your brain here a little bit? I won't make you wait too long for the answer here. We have some trivia for Census Day here. Did you know when the first census was conducted? I was surprised by this.
This was stunning to me.
1790. That's when the first census was conducted. It feels like it wouldn't be that long, but it makes sense. We've always needed to know how many people were, and probably even more back then when we were all spread out all over the place.
Yeah, but it's just to think back to 1790 and we're still doing it today. And what's amazing to me is, as you talk to these people and you're going to hear today, this is really the first census we've been able to really utilize technology. So I can't imagine what they were doing. Hey, are you here? I'm here. Okay, good. We got you.
No kidding. What was the population at the time of the first census? This is a pretty big number, too. 3.9 million, way back then. How about when was the census? When the census was taken in the year 2000, there were just over 281 million people living in the United States. This is just some info for you. And in 2010, there was almost a 10% increase to almost 309 million. These numbers are kind of hard to digest a little bit.
Yeah, it's pretty stunning. And I think what's interesting, you said back in 1790, we had 3.9 million, in the United States, but what was it, 13 states, and obviously you didn't think it was going to be that many, and now we only have 700,000 in all of North Dakota. So it's an interesting contrast that we've still sort of kept our roots, pun intended, if you will.
Oh, and I found this interesting. Our producer did a lot of research on the census. He's become an expert here when you're talking about the electric tabulation. When do you think the first electric tabulation system was actually used? He said back in, I like credit, like he said, 1890. I was like, how is that even for real? He said before the invention of the system, it took almost the full decade just to count all of the census results. So can you imagine? That makes sense. I don't know.
Unbelievable.
So we're having fun. If you have any interesting census, stories, trivia, questions, answers, let us know. You can go to our North Dakota Today Facebook page. And